You know what I mean? Well, everybody, I guess introductions are warranted, and I'm going to introduce you to somebody. I don't know their name yet, but it's a 1956 blue Ford 250, and original color was diamond blue. And this is going to be our new farm truck, our new work truck. Peanut, we've kind of reached the maximum ability that Peanut can do. This last trip with the bush hog attachment, the trailer, the trailer is what struggled. Peanut was fine, but we really need that truck, you know. So I was looking at trucks and I was looking at all kinds of fun stuff, and there was a 94 Chevy that was, you know, running, and but then this poor guy was just sitting there, and he sat there for a little while, and he started making me feel bad, and so that's why we went for him. I just can't. I've got to save him, you know. That 94 Chevy, it'll be fine. It'll find somebody who will love it. But this guy, he needs a special touch. So originally, this Ford was built at the San Jose factory. And it worked in a gold mine up north for God knows how long. And made its way down here to San Diego by the second owner. And we're technically the third. And it's just kind of been sitting around. It was last on the road 2006, but it's got a great California history. It's an original California truck. It was built here. It worked here. Maybe it's never left. I don't know. I don't know the full history of it, and I can't read its mind. But it's I felt like that was perfect, you know. Just, and everyone was drunk when they made this because it was the 50s. So this was when people were drinking at lunch, and you know, so what a great California story. And that's, you know, that's something that a 94 Chevy couldn't give me. And so that's why I wanted to rescue this bad boy. Plus, it has an engine that I've been wanting to mess with for a while, and I just haven't had the good opportunity to own it yet. So that was another big deciding factor. And let me pop this in and show you what's underneath. So we have a 272 Y block. Now I've always wanted to own a Y block because, you know, this was a big part of, you know, American history here. You know, these overhead valve V8s right in the beginning in their infancy. You know, this is kind of this is a great part of the hot rodder scene, and they came out with a lot of fun parts, which you'll see on this motor. You've got ram's horn, exhaust manifolds. We have a 4-barrel carburetor manifold, and we have an old school Holley 4-barrel on top, which is kind of neat. You know, these are all, even these Offenhauser covers here, you know, these are all old, go fast and pretty parts. So I'm also really excited about that. I'm excited that somebody had a good time with this truck, and so it's ready for a good time. It's ready to have a good time. And the motor turns over, and that's all I needed. I just needed to know it turned over, and then away I went. It has 3-speed on the tree, and it's got a really cool Berg and Warner 3-speed. It's called a remote shift transmission, and it's got a flywheel brake on it. Not a flywheel, a drive shaft brake for like PTO. And you'll see this little cable here. This one would originally run the throttle from the cab, so you could, you know, push the throttle in, hold it at 3,000 RPMs, and run whatever PTO attachment you needed to do, and then that brake would break it. So I think that's really, really fascinating. The body's in decent shape. It doesn't have, a ton of holes. It's got, some fun, surfaced rust, and it's got the chrome's a little rusty, but it's all there. All the chrome and all the pieces you're missing are in a box. It came with all of that. Someone started to do some rust mediation when they took the windshield off. And apparently the only bad part they had was the cab, or the cap. And the second owner there tried his best to do some welding. And I'm not going to disparage him too much, but it's not a great weld job. So we're going to have to really straighten this up and get it ready to go, because it's he tried his best, and I'll give him that. We all have to start somewhere, and this was a great way to learn. And I'm glad he learned on this, because now he is a better welder for it. So we'll straighten this up. There's a few rust spots, like down here, that we're going to straighten up. At some point, someone put these mirrors on, which I don't really like. I have the originals. We're going to put the originals back on there. Remove this, fill in the hole, because they cut a hole on both sides to put these mirrors in, and they just look straight at the bed. And so since we're going to be working this truck, I need some work mirrors. Leaf springs in the front, rack steering, nothing crazy up there, but it has the factory flatbed. One of the things I'm struggling with this truck is the 8-lug wheels. So the F-100 was obviously way more popular, and it's way more popular in the rebuild scene. So all the F-250 parts, I'm really, those are a little harder to come by. And so I don't think we're going to be able to upgrade the brakes right now to disc up front, because I can't find a good 8-lug disc yet. Nothing that I'm comfortable with installing before a trip. So we're going to keep running the drums on there for now. He went through and he worked the drums over, so it's got new drums and new brake pads and new cylinders in there and everything. But I'm going to repack the bearings, but the whole brake system is bad. It doesn't stop right now, and I'm going to replace everything under there. And I'm going to try. They make, for the F-100, they make a kit where it's like a dual pot system. I'm going to try my best to get that to fit on here, because I'd rather have the dual pot system. But so we got to rebuild the brakes. I'm really happy about this flatbed. It's a nice old school flatbed with the old school wood, which originally would have been oak. And I'm not sure this wood is original, but it is. It does have like the original grooves that would have been there, for the metal plate on top. And I am missing the rails. I am missing the slide rails. But I guess beggars can't be choosers. We're going to get a new fuel tank. This had originally the 17-gallon under tank, which is pretty cool. That way you don't have to smell it or deal with it inside the cab. And we have this really cool hitch setup that I'm really excited about. It's got all the fun pieces, all the good stuff's there. I'm hoping this is a 2-inch ball, because it's welded in there. So I don't know. If that's a 2-inch ball, I don't care. It'll never leave. I don't care. But if it's not, we're gonna have to figure that out. But it's welded to the frame and to the bed. Well, I mean, it's bolted to the frame, welded to the bed. This is a nice strong hitch, so I'm really happy with that. And the kid before too that owned it, he had these seats, and I'm not sure about it yet. These came out of a King Ranch. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them yet or not. I don't like modern seats in old cars, but but I do want a bench seat. So we'll see. Because this came out of the back, so it's a little short, but kind of needs to be a little short. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We're not there yet. We got to get it running first. Got the sideboards. Yeah, it's all there. So it just needs the love, and I love that story. You know, I love being a California truck. I love that it needs love. So I'm really excited to dig into this. And first, what we're going to do, we're going to take care of the fuel system. Today we're taking care of the carburetor and the fuel lines, and we're going to get this fuel cell up and running. Also today, we're taking care of the cooling. We're going to take care of all three of the radiator hoses. We got to flush the radiator. It's pretty bad in there. And then we have to, I've got a new water pump and a new thermostat. Let's replace all of that shit right now because it was cheap. Let's replace all that fuel stuff. Let's see if we can get it started today. That's going to be the first goal. Let's get it started. Let's get it running. Then we can move from there. So, and the interior is pretty complete as well. They've got these van seats in here, which I kind of like better than the King Ranch seats. I'm not going to lie. I think they're more comfortable. So I don't know. Maybe we'll keep the van seats, but this never had the behind the seat fuel tank, so there's no holes punched there. No one ever cut a radio into the dash, so that's kind of neat. The glove box stuff's all there. We've got the mirror. The floor pans are in good shape. The battery door works. The battery thing is there. So, I mean, even the little rubber mat's still in the bottom. We have, I've turned the key on. All the stuff works. The wiper motor comes on. The heater turns on. The dash lights turn on. No headlights yet. Got to figure that out. And just some general upkeep on the interior, but for the most part, the interior is in good shape. We got a dome light. I mean, what more can we ask for? See how bad this is, though? Let's get that done. You know, let's get this thing waterproof. I don't need it raining on my head as I'm driving. I don't mind a little water on the foot, but we got to get that done. And but yeah, we have all the pieces too to finish this up. I did order new floor mats, so that'll be fun too. Get that back in order. So the other thing that drew me to it is it has a lot of cool old accessories, either from the factory or from those early parts magazines. And I have the magazines. Some of them were, 1970s. Some of them were 1980s. And I really like that old stuff. You grew up looking through the J.C. Whitney magazine, and it's just all of that stuff. So this has the Ford scroll taillights. Is one of them. And I don't have them outside, but it also has the boot scraper, the Ford boot scrapers for the running boards as well, which I'm really happy about. And I mean, you saw under the hood that cast intake that came from one of those magazines. Those Rams horns, those came from one of those magazines. Just all these really early, old school, pretty and go fast parts that I just love. So, and we have a whole box of stuff in there that we got to go through, and we'll go through it as we put it on, because this is a complete truck. Everything's there. So yeah, so make sure to stay tuned, because we're going to start ripping into it here soon, and all those videos are going to be fairly detailed, because we have to get this thing running before Daytona. The goal is to get this to Daytona, because Peanut can't haul 2 motorcycles, and that's why we bought this, so it could haul 2 motorcycles down to Daytona. So yeah, let's see if we can get it. If worst case scenario we can't do it, we'll figure something out, because it's better like safe than sorry. I'm not gonna, if I know we're gonna throw a valve going down the road, I'm not gonna do that. But if that engine, if it's running and it's stopping and the heater works, we're taking it. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I told you I had some exciting stuff coming, And this one is definitely going to be exciting. So peace out, y'all. Let's get this thing worked on.